and welcome all blessed Brava babies to this perfectly attuned transmutation on July 4th, entitled none other than Flag Burning. So my darlings, I usually avoid issues of the day because as I speak of the multiverse, my dars, I'm off the hook from expertise. So when I'm in a realm that is far, far beyond the limits of my imagination, I can speak fluently and perfectly on issues that no one can or would, or potentially even factcheck.com could even come in the closeness of. And yet, and today I will speak of the state of our nation for those who live in the United States of America. And I promise to do so with the arrogance, confidence, and blind belief in myself as a 7th grade debate champion. Okay, darlings? She will not hold back. And so as today we sit here with amidst the moment of Britney's continued entrapment and Cosby working on his comeback pop album, we sit here in a moment of birth. As we might be saying, hey bitch, it's been fucking hours. We've had 13 multiple C-sections and the amnesia, oxycodone, has just given us a drug epidemic, the likes of which the world has never seen, whilst profiteers go and like make their piggy banks. Okay, cuties? Off of children who are dying. This is all real, okay, darlings? And yet and still, if we've seen anything from the practical joke that is America, the practical joke that the universe has played on us, we're literally, it couldn't be more apt, right? We eating our own shit. The reality TV show that we gush out has become our actual fucking government, okay, dars? As we live in the shit that we've created, my dars, what we've seen is this bitch is sturdy, okay? They built her strong. She's still here. Can you believe it? She's still fucking here amidst the fires, the earthquakes, and the turmoil. She's still fucking here, which is shocking. So as we think of flag burning, you might be thinking, wow, like, oh, girl, are you trying to get kicked off the internet for, like, being a terrorist? Domestic terrorism? No, my darlings. I'm talking about what we need to burn to know what's real. Okay, cuties? And so as she has purged her entire life, she has redefined what is essential. As we know, it couldn't be more apt. The metaphor is real because it's not even a metaphor anymore. We don't speak in metaphors in this community. It's just truth. Okay, cuties? When you burn all your shit, you see what's still there and you're like, shit. Like when you drop off your child on the side of the highway, if they love you, they'll figure out a way to get home. Right, cuties? As all the pop stars say. If you love something, burn it to the ground. Okay, darlings? Scream at them, show them your worst, and see if they're still fucking there in the morning. Okay, cuties? America. She has gone through some fucking labor fucking pains. Okay, cuties, and she's still fucking here. And we got Biden, who's like, I'm still here. Surprisingly sane. Wow. Surprisingly cognizant. Amazing. Kamala's like, the queen we've always wished for. And I'm going to tell you one thing, cuties. I don't fucking watch the news. I'm speaking with utmost ignorance and only so that I might speak my fucking whiz. Okay, cuties? So universal subconscious, the subconscious of America, Lana Del Rey, has said that in 2 hours or so, like, she has a new album coming out. I love her because she was just like, oh yeah, soon. Yeah, soon. She doesn't subscribe. She burned the flag of the way that we're meant to do things. So when we talk about flag burning, why are we speaking of flag burning? We need to let go of belief systems that no longer serve us, darlings. And they show up as symbols. Beliefs as symbols. People got very upset when you disrespect the American flag. I know, because my friends Casey Coop, who's joining me in a few hours here in Hawaii, and Chloe, we ran around the country right before the election, Donald Trump, with a flag, and we were like taking cute selfies everywhere. It was called our Save America Comedy Tour. And Americans got really mad at a young girl holding a flag with her ass out. Okay, cuties? Because they're like, that symbol is precious. That symbol means something to me. Burn the flag. Burn your symbols, darlings, because they represent old belief systems. So Lana Del Rey, and let me get back to universal subconscious, America, Lana Del Rey. Okay, darlings, she is exemplar. She speaks to what we are thinking. Okay, darlings, her body is her vessel. She has disrupted the narrative that pop stars need to be anorexic. And I don't speak of this casually, darlings. This is not just like entertainment news fluff, like way to segue into just like talking on a woman's body, because we don't do that, cuties. We don't just talk shit for no shit. We talk shit for a reason, okay, Dars? Because it is profound that Lana Del Rey doesn't give a fuck how her body looks to Marilyn Manson right now, who's made fun of her publicly. Okay, darlings, it is profound. It's not silly. Women's bodies are not silly because they have been weaponized against us, okay, darlings? They have been weaponized against us. The old narrative, which all the pop stars would attest to, was if you're a pop star, you have to be skinny and you have to be dying to be skinny. And I was told that to be an actor, being on a diet was part of the job description. And I was not told this by any agent, casting director, producer. I was told this by my mother, okay, cuties? And I was told this explicitly in those words, and I was told this implicitly by things like, oh, look at Jennifer Aniston's thighs. I can't believe it. Why? Because she was coming from a deep pain. Because she was told as a young girl, she went to 4 modeling agencies, they said, come back when you lose 20 pounds. And that was her I coulda, shoulda, woulda story. Every actor who quits, being fucking honest here, everyone who gives up on their dreams, has a story of someone telling them they can't do the shit that they want to do with their fucking life. Okay, cuties? And we are burning that flag. That anyone gives us permission to be who we fucking are. Okay, cuties? We are burning that flag because that is a torture. And it's untrue. It's a lie that has been passed down to us by a system of capitalism that says, if you don't make money for me, you should stop that and find something that makes money for me. Says the system. Okay, cuties? But we do our art for the fuck of it now. We do our art for the fuck of it because we love it. So anyways, my beautiful mother was told that she had to lose 20 pounds. So that was her story, right? So a young Lucia Brizzi out of school as an actress, always skinny. Okay, cuties? I learned my lesson. I took that flag. Okay, cuties? I held that flag of that belief system. And I walked around all over New York City handing out my headshot. And not a soul booked me or hired me or told me that I was going to be there. You know, like, I didn't get anything. Okay, cuties? And so I really was actually hoping, almost hoping, that someone would be like, oh, it's because you have to lose more weight. Because that would be a belief system confirmed. Do we see that? Do we hear that, cuties? We would rather have a belief system confirmed so that we know that we understand the world than actually step into the limitlessness of reality. Okay, cuties, our mind is unfathomably large, which is, by all intents and purposes, limitless. But we would rather stick our brain into a little box of belief systems, our flags, our symbols, even if it is torture. And so I would rather have at that young age been told that, oh, it's because you need to lose weight, than actually face the reality of maybe this is just an industry that is fucking complicated and convoluted and you don't have an inroad and it's very, 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 very challenging and like maybe it's not even gonna happen. Okay, Dars? I don't want to face that reality. I would rather have faced a belief system confirmed even if it was negative. And so, darlings, my phone number was written wrong on all those resumes. I did a whole summer. My woulda, but coulda, shoulda story is like if I had known my own phone numbers. I spelled it wrong. Because, girl, how often are you actually writing your phone number down in the early aughts? Like, everyone had cell phones already. And spell check doesn't account for your personal information. So there we go. Flag burning. So I recently burned all my journals, as we know, in preparation for like the big excavation and illumination and entering into Hawaii, which is now my month of simplicity. That is the month that I've labeled this. Please go watch Chapterization to understand how you can label each month and live into that true intention. So I burned all my journals and I thought I was done. I was like, I burned all my journals. Literally like every journal from the first when I started writing in middle school through that moment when I was living in Los Angeles getting ready to leave after 7 years in one apartment. So I had tons of journals and I read every single page. It was like a memorial to myself. And you know what I found? It was so fucking boring. It was so fucking repetitive. It was the same fucking story over and over and over and over again. The same narrative. But I couldn't let it go until I fucking read it over and over again. What was my story? Unrequited. She loves too much. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You know what, darlings? I speak that with all love. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I speak that with all integrity. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I speak that with the greatest heart for you. A heart that is deeply seated in my utero. Okay, cuties? The utero heart, I'm naming her. She's a deep, deep heart. Shut the fuck up with your storyline because it's boring, it's tired, and I know it's like your bed, okay, cuties? I know it's like your stat list. I know it's like your inspo for your paintings, darlings, I know, and we're bored. The mind is limitless, so if you're bored by yourself, by your own creation, by your existence, it means that you are choosing to be trapped in a belief system, in a paradigm, in a box. You're choosing to stay in a habit loop of mind. And the only way to get out of it is to burn it. So, darlings, I ripped up all the pages. I burned them all. And I thought I was done. I took screenshots and I captured a few prime moments. Okay, cuties? I thought I was done with the purging. Now I find myself in Hawaii, in land of simplicity. In month of simplicity, she only has a bike, no car, which means like a lot of no's. Okay, cuties? Because if I can't bike to your party, arrive sweaty 2 hours later after an uphill battle, there better be more than one cute boy there. There better be multiple cute boys there. I better have a signed, sealed, delivered invitation contracting the number of cute boys that will be at your party, that they're going to be willing to dance. So if I know there's a BBQ, okay, cuties, as yesterday, there's one cute boy I know who's going to be there, maybe going to be there. Am I going to ride an hour to that CrossFit BBQ? No, I didn't do it. I stayed home. And I rested deeply. Sometimes our reset is rest, darlings. Sometimes our reset is rest. So if you find yourself bored, uninspired, subscribing to symbols, subscribing to those old beliefs, it's probably because you're too bored to be creative. Okay, cuties, it's okay to be bored. And on those days, you just turn your brain off. You just listen to me, you just turn your brain off. You do not force your brain to work overtime. Because what happens is when we're exhausted and overwhelmed and in the shit, we look around, everything is shit. Okay, cuties, same problem of brain, whatever Einstein quote that everyone's misquoted, I don't give a fuck. Okay, cuties. If I'm quoting Einstein, I'm gonna misquote him intentionally because he's over fucking quoted. Don't believe the hype about Einstein. He probably wasn't that great at genius. In fact, I'm channeling right now. He's actually quite a bore. He's quite a boring guy. He like never personally disclosed. He was always just like speaking in platitudes, which we know is the key to being boring. Specificity is interesting, cuties. That's why she tells stories. Take that, Talia tip. So you cannot solve a problem with the same habit of mind that created it. Okay, Doris? When you're tired, when you're uninspired, don't try to rewrite your life. Okay, cuties? Just go binge some Too Hot to Handle. Reinvent your sex life after 2020. Okay, cuties? We know you've all gotten very stale. We've gotten very stale out of practice. The practices that you've been doing have been getting out of practice. Burn the flag of however you've been having sex with your partner because it's over. Okay, it's boring at this point. So, I took a pause, I took a break, and looking around my Hawaii home, getting ready for my next move, my next replanting, uprooting, leaving here in a month. I started to recognize that I have even less attachment, darlings, even less attachment. Her closet is minimalist and I could leave it all behind. I could leave it all behind. I have always loved my clothes, darling. This is huge for me. But mommy is ready to leave her costumes behind. Can you believe it? Mommy would leave that. The only thing I wouldn't leave behind are the air fryer. Okay, cuties, air fryer and espresso machine. My two pride possessions. Those are getting shipped. Better you believe it. Back to Silver Lake for me in October. But the point being, I thought when I had purged those journals, and I thought when I had come down to essentials, I would be in a place where I would actually want to hold on to those things. But it actually, once you start to burn the flags, it becomes very intoxicating to continue to, because what you realize is limitless is right there. Limitless is one step away. And we would rather hold on to old flags, old beliefs, than step into our full potential because we are afraid of what we don't know. And so today, my invitation to you, on this day where we have historically held up a flag, have historically celebrated a tradition that is rooted in very young tradition. Okay, cuties, it has always been aspirational. The first A in America is aspired to be. Okay, cuties, so when we look at the hypocrisy that is America, hypocrisy of America stems from acting as if we have already moon landed. Darlings, that flag, pull it the fuck out. We have not yet arrived. We have not yet aspired to be the great nation. Oh, unity. This place is a fucking bust up, my darlings. It makes no sense who is here. It is a blended family where you're like, bitch, you are not anything like me, and I will never understand the rabbit holes that you go down on the internet. I'll never understand you on any core level. And yet, we're sharing fucking turkey. Okay, kids, we are sharing that fucking turkey. This is random as fuck, this party. That is America. Okay, cuties? And so to be like, oh, government is stalled. It does nothing. Yes, cuties. Can we get a consensus amongst this group of crazies? Hell no. And that's why we could be, and are aspiring to be, great. It's an experiment. Okay, cuties? Exemplared by Obama. My Hawaiian Indonesian prince. Okay, cuties? This man who is the embodiment of cultural cross-pollination. And he sits right there in the middle, getting made fun of by his daughters while hanging out with LeBron. There's Obama, and that's why we fucking love him. Do we see this, darlings? Burn your flags, question all the beliefs, and see what comes up from the ashes. What is essential will stick. What is essential will stick. Look out for some hot thought pieces. The most American thing a girl can do is stick her ass on the internet. Right now. That'll change. And will continue to change. Okay, cuties, that's all she wrote. This has been Be Brava Live, flag burning. I hope I made my communist daddy proud. Feels like I'm proud to say